There we go. Audio's working now. Great. Okay. Let's get right to it. I have got a response from the client on this job. So this is a piece of armor from the Imperial Guard, I think, from the game Oblivion by the Elder Scrolls Oblivion. And so far, so it's for a client who wants to make a set of cosplay armor. And so far I've got this. Let's see. Let's just go to solid view so you can see what I've been modeling so far. So far I've modeled this. It's going to be 3D printed, so only the geometry is going to exist. And so far this is what I have. It's coming out pretty good, I think. I've confirmed with the client that he is not expecting to have all this inlay detail. So that is good. And now it's just a matter of continuing to work on it and try to get all this stuff roughed in and hopefully get this done. Let's see. Where is my communication from my client? Here we go. All right, let's download that. He sent me a scan, a body scan. Oh, and he said it's okay to say who he is. This is Alex. Commissioned this, Alex Swales. And that is cool. It's very nice to have a commission job again. We're going to take this and we're going to put it over in the commission folder. And then I think we can just drag this right on in. Yeah, you can drag and drop stuff now. OBJ, import it. All right, there we go. And we should probably clean that up. He didn't send the, let's see, my distance of 0 vertices. There we go. Still can't, So that is doing something. We'll undo that. Let's just delete some of the ground here. Or actually we should delete the scatter, move this up here. Maybe, don't want to rotate it too much. I guess that's okay. Those, don't need those. Okay, good enough. Yeah, so he said it's not a high quality model, and can't disagree with that. But we will do with it as we can. And man, I really want to merge those so we get uniform. Like, why are these not? These are all separate patches here. Why are they not merging together? Maybe do it with weld. Yeah, see, that's weird. It shouldn't just be doing that one patch. Maybe there's some custom split data or something. Clear. is it only affecting that one zone? That's very weird. Something very weird is happening here. What's going on with this? Oh, it's a bunch of things. It's a bunch of separate meshes. That's what's going on. Okay. Join. There we go. There we go. All right, there we go. That's better. And then we'll clear the custom normals and split data. Okay, there, fixed it. It's fixed. Okay, great. So now we want to, let's see, he says, how tall is he? He says in here somewhere. Somewhere. Feedback on that. Um, 6'1". Okay. So. So, what's with all these? Should be able to delete this. Alex scan. And we're going to move that into the construction layer. There we go. All right. Dimensions. Z. 6'1". So 6 times 12 plus 1. That's in inches times 25.4 is the height that we want. And here's the scan. So we want to just scale that on up until the height matches. Probably not including the hair. It's a little unclear about the hair there, but we'll shoot for about that. We'll 90 degrees. Okay. So you can see that this is not quite right. Not quite the right height. It's also a bit cartoony. Okay, if I just scale this up, does that just work? Not quite, but I mean it's not terrible. I guess that works. This needs to be trimmed A little more. Everything else just seems to work. Is that how that works? Oh, I parented everything correctly. Ah, I parented everything correctly. I'm a genius. Haha! Great. Okay. Well, that was less painful than I had feared. Let's see. So, this helmet is, it's not too bad, really. Do I want to repose the scan to match the armor? Do I want to repose the armor to match the scan? Do I want to just have multiple copies of the armor floating around? Maybe that's what I do. Okay, so that is, seems like it's including hair. So Alex, let me know. If this including hair, is that gonna fit? Is that gonna work? Do you want more room inside that helmet? Just let me know. I can always make more room in the helmet. And then we'll duplicate this. Let's see. Let's just get the head. We're gonna assign that to a group. This is the head. And then, let's see, right arm looks like that's the best there. So we're gonna grab this. Maybe. And a group there. Arm. Assign. Select, yeah, I forgot to assign that vertex group. We'll fix that. Head, assign. And then let's get one of these legs. Which one of these legs is better? Because we've got more of the foot over here. But this is missing some thigh. Looks like there's more of the thigh over here. Been skipping leg day, Alex. I'm no one to judge. I don't go to the gym at all. Okay, we'll do that leg here. Leg assign. Okay, so now we've got the head here, and we're gonna add a mask for head. Great. And then down here somewhere, duplicate this. This is going to be for the arm. Give that a bit of a rotation. Oh, we probably want torso for the chest armor. Got to decide how we're going to handle the glove there. I think he had some guidance on that, but we'll have to reposition stuff a little bit. Yeah, he'd be swimming in this. These are huge. Although, maybe that's what you're going for. Maybe that is what you want. That's certainly what the armor is in the game, so... And then we'll do another on the head. And this is going to be the leg. And maybe here. Bring it over like this. Yeah, so those, again, those are going to be just massive, massive comedy oversized armor. Again, unless it's something that you want. Nothing wrong with a bit of exaggeration. And let's get one for the torso. Duplicate that. And we're going to get the torso, something like this. A little bit of the arms. Yeah, that's pretty good. We'll add the waist and the hips there so that we can get a reference for that. And then we're going to add another, let's see, this is going to be another vertex group. Torso. Assign. Okay, and then this is going to be for the torso. Great. And yeah, it's going to be a little higher. Maybe rotate it down like this. Yeah, so it's a much taller torso than in the model. This belt buckle would be like around your belly button, so it's good that we got this. I'm going to have to significantly lengthen that to get it to fit. To get it to look right. Okay. Okay. And I'm not sure about how this armor cuts into the shoulders here either. That doesn't seem right. That spike there seems quite uncomfortable. Seems like that would not work very well. All right, so that's the main body. That's good that we have that now. Let me know, Alex, about the head there. Oh, let me bring up chat. I'm not even looking at chat right now. Hey, it's Murderer! Thickness and the height and the other dimensions. All three dimensions. Who's Alex? Alex is he's the client. He's the guy who ordered this commission job. Streaming on Twitch or something? No. No, I'm still... All my streams are still on YouTube. I haven't been streaming recently. Anyone? Help? Yeah. It's okay. I'm here, Mert. Sorry. I wasn't reading chat. Didn't have it up. Okay. Can we hear? Okay. Yeah. Audio's good. Okay. Okay, so if that's just hair, then that's not a problem. If that's actual galaxy brain skull, then we need to do something about the back of that helmet because that is way too narrow. Let's see. Let's fix the breastplate here. We're going to take this guy, and this is going to go down right around the waist. Right about there. And then this all... oh, we should split out this thing and this thing. Oh, it's all connected. All that and that also separate. Okay, so now we just have this, and we'll let's see, up around the neck somewhere. Invert. Yeah, okay, so that's all there. That's good. Now we just want to scale this up a bit. Or maybe just vertically a little bit. Like that. There we go. Okay. Not bad. And then, yeah, this is just nonsense here. Got these spikes so that it'll spike you. That's not how armor works. You're not supposed to spike yourself. Connected only. Just grab that and move it down a little bit. Well, in the back, maybe not so much. Or like over here. Give some room for the arms. Up in front, this is definitely no good. Can we just rotate this out like this? Even that's not going to be ideal because that's exactly where, if you're reaching forward, it's exactly where it's going to poke right into your arm there. This armor design is just garbage. All right, what can we do about this? This isn't too bad because it's gonna be reaching back. Let's see. You can go back a little bit, but you can't go back very far. In the front, it's no bueno. Is no bueno. What are we gonna do about this? Oh, well, it looks like this edge is just a flange on the edge here, so we might be able to get rid of that. Yeah. Okay, so that helps a little bit. Even so, we want this to come way down. Be cold, hey, you old Minecraft designer, what is this? I am one of the old guys that worked on Minecraft. I worked on the trees, and this is a suit of armor from Oblivion. I am converting it and updating it for a client named Alex Swales, and he is going to make a cosplay out of it. Going to make a real suit of armor. He's going to, that's the plan is anyway. Planning to, maybe if I bring this in, what do you guys think about that? In and down. Maybe we can scale it out. That's working okay. I don't like how that geometry looks now. I'll have to clean it up. Maybe we can just bring it in here. And even further down. There we go. That's better. Turn off proportional editing. Bring this all in. We want this poor guy to be able to move his arms. Be able to actually move his arms. And this is not, let's see, can I triangulate this? There we go. All right, and then this comes way. Well, we don't want it to come out. I guess we could come out this way. I wish I could get my hands on one of these in real life. Well, the plan is, hey cat, the plan is that this guy is going to actually build one of these in real life. He's going to 3D print it. Underarm looks so weird. Yeah, that's because I've got two different models. I've got the, because the model is he's posed in an A pose, and the armor is in T pose. So instead of moving the armor, I just moved the model. So I've got this. This is actually the guy just like standing sideways. I masked out everything else. I could mask out more of that underarm, I guess. let's see. Arm, select. But this is a real quick way of doing no rigging or anything, and just making it quick and dirty pose. You just mask out the stuff that you don't need. There we go. And then I could probably add another arm, like pivoted around forward, just so that I get the armor correct. That's one of the fun things about doing design for real design for actual fabrication is has to actually work. So a lot of these things are not open to interpretation because they have to work. So you just have to make it work. All right, so then he's gonna have problems reaching downward and forward. Maybe like this. I don't know. This is all this geometry is getting a little bit wonkified. I guess that's not too bad. I feel like I want this all to come in more. Like this. Something like that. It's not too bad. Not too terrible. I feel like these should be two separate plates because it's got this edge trim there. That's kind of in the middle. I don't have that big of a 3D printer. I don't have any 3D printers. My school does, says Kat. Yeah, I don't know how he's going to print this. I don't think he has a 3D printer this large either. I think he's going to break it up into pieces. We haven't really discussed that yet. Hey, Nidhat. Give this a little more of a swell. Okay. That's not too bad. Let's see. Shoulder. It's like about square with the middle of the shoulder. So that's... yeah, I think that'll be okay. But, you know, we can always go a little more. We can always go just a little bit more. That looks better. Okay, that looks more like a real breastplate to me. That looks much better. Oh, he's gone. Disappeared. Yeah, it's pretty late over there, isn't it? It's like midnight over in Turkey. What are you guys doing awake? Or Kat, you're in the States. I don't know. I can't remember. Okay. There's a lot of room in the back here. Maybe we want to bring this down a bit in the back. Let's hide everything except for this. Okay. Okay. Bring this forward a bit. Bring all of this down. This whole thing is so big. It's kind of ridiculous how big it is. And I think these are going to have to split forward backward or something. They'll fit around his neck fine. It's just really far back. Maybe that's a posture thing. Can you fix that with posture? Wow, but see, his chin is right there. His chin is right there. There's so much collar on this. Here we go. There we go. That's better. And we probably also want to scale this up so that it's not so tight around his neck. There we go. Oh, no, just in the X direction. There we go. Okay. I feel like his head's pretty far forward. Even so. Scale not in the X direction. Let me bring this down here. Bring this over like this, maybe. Just trying to keep that look. Keep that look so that we get the same kind of feel. Now this has a mirror, but it doesn't have. Well, let's finish the adjustments first. So what? This I think I've pulled out quite a ways in my adjustment. This needs to come back. That doesn't have a nice flow to it. This needs to come back. I want to keep the geometry flow looking good. That looks okay. It's sticking out a long ways, though. What if we... Oh, I got a call. All right. Well, man, it's just doing nothing. That's so quiet. Let's see. Don't have a big enough 3D printer. How are you? I'm good. Cat is gone. Spade Egg says hi. Gen Gamers, hi. I'm on a trip to Avilk for a bunch of days, so I won't be coming to the live streams. Okay, understandable. Avilk. Vailk? I guess you're out of school or something. It's late, man. What are you doing out so late? Here, let's pull up. Let's pull up a map. Turkey. Here we go. Avilk. Oh yeah, that's quite a ways away. It takes like what, a day to drive there? Because you're up in you're up where? Over here? No. So here's Istanbul. Yeah, you're over in Bursa, I think. So let's see. Directions to Bursa. Yeah, that's a good drive over there. Cool. Is it like a vacation or something? That sounds fun. All right, I was gonna move this in. Get a little bit more form on the armor here. A little bit more form fitting. And in the back, that's fine in the back, I guess. We should probably delete these. And then we want, not that it's going to make much difference because this is all going to be flexible, but we should bring this out. Something like that. All right. Oh, and that just looks terrible now. Fix this. There we go. Okay. Okay, it's looking all right. I could put some trim in here. Could put some trim in there. Maybe 2 different plates here. I'm not sure how we're going to do that. This should probably be a gorget. So let's split this off. And ideally that would fit over his head. So we'll have to take a look at that. Let's see. This is position nothing, rotation nothing, so I can just reset it when I'm done. All this stuff. +2 the head plus the gorget. There we go. All right, so that is not going to fit around his ears. So let's just bring it out a bit. Yeah, that's large enough, but then is it big enough this way? Probably not. Oh. Okay. Wide enough. There we go. In object mode, you want to rotate it around so that it's don't lose the it over the nose and everything. Yeah, that's much more reasonable. Maybe bring this out a bit. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that looks much better. Of course, now it's just silly large. But we can do something about that. Maybe bring this down. This down. That looks okay. Then in the back. Here. Hide all that. There we go. I want this to come down here. This to come up here. That looks okay. This is all silly because I've deformed everything. And in reality, this would have a flange on the bottom to deflect the blows, to catch the blows as they come toward the neck. It would deflect it off downward and then off upward. And normally I think this would be much higher, although he's going to run into he's going to run into problems now with the bottom of the mask, or the bottom of the helmet hitting the gorget here. The back isn't a problem anymore, which is nice. That fits inside. We might want to widen this a little bit so that he can move his head a little more there. Maybe a little bit like that. Something like that. Okay, I think that's gonna be all right. Yeah, the neck here is gonna be difficult to fix. I mean, it does look a lot better than that weird collar thing that they have in the model. That looks much more reasonable. I'm just trying to think what we're gonna do about that. Normally, actually, I think a gorget would clasp. You would have two pieces. It's kind of nice that it's one piece here, I think, but it might not be workable. Well, let me know, Alex. There's some space there. The tips are hanging down, and the collar has gotten much larger, so it'll fit over your face in one piece. If you want it two pieces, I could even put it back onto the breastplate and then make it much smaller again. However you want it to be. And then it would just split on the shoulders here. I think probably you're going to have the armor split on the shoulders. So you can put it in front and back, is how I'm imagining you're going to do it. So let's just look at some notes here. Okay. For the gauntlets, it's a bit complex to do it all fingered. A simplified design. Patterns on the fingers, disregard those. Probably just a solid forearm to a few scale plates over the back of the hand or wrist area so I can move my wrist. I'll wear mailed gloves. Shouldn't look too bad not being a full gauntlet. Yeah, okay. All right, so let's handle the gloves here. So this is a solid piece, just like he ordered. That is one big old hunk there, and it's separated right here. So let's... it's along the back of the hand. Solid forearm. Okay. Maybe like a knuckle plate then, and then a few plates along the back of the fingers. That would be all right. That would look okay. That would look okay. All right, is his hand gonna fit through? Let's see, is this the thumb and the back of the hand maybe? I think that'll fit through that arm. Should fit through there. Just got monster hands on this thing. Okay. So let's start by cutting off the fingers where we don't need them. One smaller. Yeah. Don't need any of those. Don't need those. Don't need those. Don't need these either. And this whole thing. Those. The best is just like deleting all this geometry. I think these are just plates along the backs of the fingers. Don't need those. Don't need that or that. This is all out, I think. So one of the things with gauntlets, I showed on the gauntlets. Well, I should just bring them up again. There we go. Just bring this over here. Go to 3d.triop.com and go to my gauntlets. So one of the things about gauntlets that people don't usually think about is that the, let's see, where's a good picture of the backs of the fingers? Here we go. This is pretty good. So the plates on the backs of the fingers, you actually want to extend all the way down to the bottom of the finger. So you don't want it just to be on the back of your finger, because that'll prevent a blade from cutting your finger, but it won't prevent a blade from smashing the bones of your finger. So you want it to extend all the way down below or flush with the bottom of your finger like that, so that when something hits the back of your finger, that force is transferred into whatever it is you've got your hand on, and usually the handle of your sword. So it's going to hit that, it's going to kick your sword away, but it's not going to crush your finger against the handle of your sword. So like for these upper ones, even for these upper plates here, they extend all the way down to the bottom of the fingers. So I'm gonna do that on these. So I probably don't actually need to delete all this side stuff, but we're gonna fix this at some point. Let's see. This needs to be triangulated. And then this goes away. All right, so it looks like this gauntlet is over the back of the hand, and that would prevent you from lifting your hand up if this was all in one piece. So maybe there's a plate here, like over to here. and then over to here, and then back across. Over to like this. Something like that. So that's one plate on the back of the hand. We can always break into more plates later if we want. And then this whole thing over here. Oh, this is supposed to be connected. Well, we'll fix that. We'll fix that later. This is all split out. And then we want the knuckle plate here. I feel like this is all going to have to be resized for his hands. But that shouldn't be too hard to do, Alex, if you're watching this. To resize these knuckle plates and stuff. And we want that to extend down probably like this. Like that. And then all this. All of this. Well, you know what? We're just getting kind of rough. Just kind of rough. All the way over to here. Over here. Maybe not there. Like that. Maybe this guy in here. Good. Okay. Separate that, and then each of these fingers. Oh, they're all connected still. The palm doesn't need to be there. And this doesn't need to be there. And this doesn't need to be there. Probably delete that. Okay. And we can go all the way up to here. Let's delete these. Delete that. So now we should have the backs of the fingers all separate out. So there's one there. And oh, those are still connected. Split that. Separate that. That's all one thing. We'll keep the edges there. We don't need this though. There we go. Separate that. And then this guy. Delete that. Delete that. We don't need this. And then this is all a thing. And then it doesn't look like there's really a plate. I mean, there might be a plate around the inside of the thumb here. Not sure. Not sure what's going on there. Not sure what's going on. Let's see. Where'd my armor my armored gauntlets go? My armored gauntlets picture. .triumph.com. Here you can commission all your own 3D models. Let's see, how's this design look? So it's got a, it's in the back of the hand plate is all connected to that. Okay. So maybe we connect that up here. Like down to here. All that stuff. Okay. And the rest of this. A fuego! Okay. Knuckle plate. All this goes away. And then these extend back a bit. That or so. Give this a bit of an edge here. And that's probably dimensional enough that it'll stick. I don't need that vertex. These vertexes can come in a bit. Maybe, so we want these to fit inside. Cat in a box. Hey, cat in a box. Can I just... no. I wanted to... Okay. So between these fingers, we've got this little joggle that we probably want to bring out like that. That's going to make it really hard to size this properly. So I'm going to bring this up a bit. Whoa. I said a little. Yikes, it's moving a lot. Oh, there we go. I was just using the wrong reference. Okay, so that's good there. And this out... shouldn't be hanging way back there like that. That's just silly looking. And then bring this out a bit so that those plates can go behind it. And same thing with these guys. Do you want to do the same thing here? We've got like a 2-plate thing. Maybe like up here. Extrude out like this. Yeah, that looks all right. Maybe bring these back to here. Should probably even bring this back like this. Just so we get a little bit better geometry here, and then this whole thing pops out. So we've got, well, no, that's the wrong place for a knuckle. Let's see, this pops out for knuckle there, and then like maybe this pops out for knuckle here. This pops out for knuckle here, just to kind of give it a little bit of style. So these poor gauntlets are so weird and anemic looking here. Where does this go? I think it goes back there. What, like that? I guess, and this should all be subdivided, but we'll do that later. Okay. when you're wearing gauntlets, you want to feel like you have ape hands. You want to just feel monstrous and amazing. So we want to kind of stylize these a bit. Give them a bit more punchiness. A bit more brawly feeling. These beefy knuckles. This one looks okay. The artist was like really on board modeling the knuckles here, and then as it went backward, they just got less and less interested. And by the time they got to the pinky, they're just like, nah, who cares? It doesn't even exist. Knuckles aren't even a thing anymore. There we go. That's not too bad. All right, so we've got inner knuckle there, get inner knuckle there. This should be out further, way further. That looks fine. This should all be out a little further to give that room. And let's add a 4mm solidify to this guy. Although for the knuckles, 4mm is probably more than we need. Let's try 2. Yeah, that looks okay. Okay. So then all this is just gonna pop out a bit more, just so we leave room for all those. That's good, that's good. Why it's not even a think anymore. Oh, the knuckles. I was just saying that the guy who's 3D modeling the gauntlets, you can see that this knuckle has like geometry all over it, and it's got good quads. These are all quads and stuff. So it looks all nice. And then this one is a little bit less. It's got a little thing in the middle. This one, it's a little bit less. It's got some weirdness. And this, it didn't even have a thing in the middle here. So this is like, the geometry got even weirder. And then when you get down to this one, it's like, who cares? I'm just going to, throw a thing here, throw a thing there. In fact, we should probably correct this as well. And scale that out a bit. Oh, yeah, there we go. See? So anyway, the guy who's 3D modeling wasn't doing his job by the time he got to the pinky. Which maybe that's fine. Nobody looks at the pinky anyway, but, I do. I look at the pinky. Someone is always going to care. All right, let's bring this way up. Way up. And extrude this over here. Fill that in, fill that in. Maybe bring that up a bit. Bring these over, this up, and all of this. Okay. All right. Cool. This is going to get in the way of the thumb, so we'll just pull that back a bit. There we go. That looks okay. It's not perfect, but we can always adjust it if it needs adjusting. Oh yeah, then this should all come in so it doesn't run into the gauntlet there. Okay, let's do this. Same thing. Actually, this guy should be filled. And this guy should not be filled. All right, there we go. That's great. Couple plates. And then this is going to go inside that. So we want to go all the way over to here. Scale it down a bit. And all of this. up a bit. And we're going to apply a scale on that, apply scale on that. That's fine. In fact, we're just going to apply scale on all this. Okay, cool. And then all these, we're going to copy this. And now everything's got 2 millimeter thickness. I'll just double check this all looks good. What is going on here? Oh, we forgot to merge all this. There we go. Oh, got face snap on still. Vertex snap. There. Okay. Cool. This is just silly. You want this to be out so that your thumb can move. Same thing here. Let's add a little more flair to this, just to give him some real thumb mobility. Good, good. Gotta fix this flow. There we go. It looks okay. I should probably be doing all this in solid model mode. There we go. That looks better. Can really see what the geometry is doing here. Whoop. Oh no. We want to. There we go. There we are. Pull this back across there a bit, so we've got some overlap there. Clear the edge. Clear sharp. It's all working. What is this? Bevel, crease. Do we have normal data? Yeah, we do. All right. So we're just take everything. All. Can we clear custom? No. No, we can't do it. Alt clear. Does that work for everything? No, it does not. That's kind of annoying. This is all cleared already. This doesn't have any. Shouldn't have any. These guys don't have normal split data. This is all got custom normal split data on. Anything that I made shouldn't, so that's fine. But this stuff does. This stuff does. Yeah, see, it's all the custom normal split data. That. Clear that. Clear that. Okay. What is this? what is this supposed to be doing? It's supposed to be on the shoulders. Shoulders look okay. Not sure what this is doing down here. Just delete it. Okay. Just delete it. Fine. All right. This guy's got subdivision on it. Well, let's finish. Let's finish this. So we've got knuckle plate. We've got individual finger plates. Individual finger plates do not extend down far enough yet, so let's fix that. We want them to be down about like that far. That. Those are probably far enough. These are probably not. Down like that, maybe. These are gonna come down here. Actually, you know, arched like that is probably not terrible. Down like that. That, down like that. Okay. I gotta fix this. It's not coming down far enough. There we go. And then this guy. Do anything, but there we are. And this, fill that in. Should make a thing here just so that the geometry is clean. This should be connected back to here. Go. That, okay. So that should all work. That looks okay. That should solidify nicely. Let's see. Bring this back a bit. Bring this back a bit like this maybe. Just so we get a little bit of overlap there. These should come back significantly more because those are going to extend out when the knuckle comes down. Or, something like that. Yeah, we can play around with them. The geometry for those is flexible. It looks great, man. Oh, thanks, Down Mandela. Oh, it's Alex. Just got at work. Have any questions during the stream? Awesome. Welcome, Alex. I'm glad you like how it looks so far. That's great. I've just been, I asked a couple questions during stream, but don't feel the need to browse back through and answer them all right away. It's better in email anyway, because then I have a record of it. It's hard to go through the chat logs and like figure out what people said. So don't say anything important that you want me to remember in chat. Bring that down a little bit. Back like that. Fair enough. I would forget too. Yeah. There. Bring that across there. This down like that, maybe. So, so far today, I've mostly, Alex, since you're watching, I've mostly just positioned the body and then been doing some rescaling. So I significantly altered the breastplate here. Breastplate was sticking way out to the side, kind of like right into the front of the shoulder, right here. And so I rounded it out, tried to give it a little bit more space so you can actually move your arms without stabbing yourself with your breastplate. So that looks significantly different. It used to look kind of like this in the back, where it had this kind of spike out here. And I moved that out a little bit, but I think that'll be okay. The range of motion backward isn't usually tremendously large. So so I'm keeping the back there. I've kind of fit it to your body a little bit, but I haven't done too much. I didn't narrow the back, although you might want more of a wasp waist look here if you want. We could do that. And then made it significantly taller. The original breastplate only came down to like belly button level. You can't make it the belly button level gesture, but you can't see that anyway. It only came down to like belly button level, so I dropped this belt buckle down to waist height, and then significantly lengthened just by scaling it downwards, significantly lengthened the breastplate. So breastplate is significantly, you could think of it as taller or like narrower. Either way, the aspect ratio is different from the original, and this front part is different from the original. So take a look at the original, see if that's an adaptation that you like. I can always add it back in, but you're going to have real trouble moving your arm forward. Really short. Yeah. You've got a long torso, I guess. Or the guys in Oblivion are not human proportions, which I think is probably what's going on. I also messed around with the gorget here. I've designed it so it can fit all the way over your head in one piece, but that makes it tremendously large, which helps with the back of the helmet, because now it fits outside the back of the helmet, but then it's also going to collide with the front of the helmet here where these tips hang down. So I don't know what you want to do about this. We can shrink it back down. I tried the 3D scan so many times and it turned out badly. Yeah, I know, man. It's hard to do. That's okay. I mean, the general proportions are the thing that matters, and I think we've got there. So that's the important part, especially for the torso, for the breastplate, because otherwise it would have been like, yeah, a very short breastplate. Which, it's fine. But anyway. We can make the shoulder pads much smaller. Right now, they're just gargantuan. Which is, it's fine. But it's going to be a little weird. Why is this? Oh. So I scaled everything up by, 1.116 times. But that means that all of the curves are going to need to be applied. Looks good larger. Probably don't need to look all that far. Honestly, it might be okay. Okay. Well, so this is, your head's tilted up quite significantly here. So even like looking forward, it's gonna hit there. So what I would suspect you would want is to make this gorget much smaller. It's not going to be a functional piece of armor anyway, so you can make it much smaller. You can make it in two pieces. Normally, I think they would have like a clasp in the back and then hinge in the front or a hinge on the side and a clasp on the other side or something like that. So the hinge open and then you don't have to fit it all the way over your head, so it can be more like a collar and less like a giant necklace. Another thing you could do is you could attach it to the breastplate itself and just have it split. I think you want it split on the shoulders, right? For the breastplate front and back. And so you could just have that split along with the breastplate, and then it would be part of the breastplate. That would work too. Seems along the shoulders. Okay, great. These guys, I don't know how you want to make these. You can 3D print them. You could make them out of cloth. Just let me know how you want to do those. Yeah, so if there's seams on the shoulders and you want the gorget, the neck collar piece here, to join up with the shoulders, then we can do that, and then just make that one piece with the breastplate. Anyway, so I've been working. I kind of worked on that a bit and probably made negative progress, honestly, on the collar, and resized the breastplate a bit. Brought this in a bit so that it's not sticking out so much, because it's very kind of like slab chest look kind of thing. Just kind of weird. These probably could come in as well. Did you want separate plates on these on the front, on the breastplate? I didn't remember if you wanted like 3 plates here, and then maybe 2 on the back. Certainly make it easier to move. Anyway, I've been working on the gauntlets and just trying to get this figured out. So right now I've got separate pieces. Let's go back to probably help with mobility for the 3 pieces on the breastplate. Okay, yeah. Let's go back to solid view. Yeah, so I've got single finger plates. So these are the gauntlets I made, and these finger plates here, I'm giving you 1 set of those, not including the knuckles and any of the other fingers, and then a knuckle plate, and then a wrist plate, and then this whole back piece, back piece here, just comes up over the back of this, which is kind of how they show it. Instead of having a wrist thing inside, they've got a wrist thing outside. So you can see here, this wrist is inside this back plate, and in their model, it looks like this wrist plate goes over the outside of that one. So that's what I'm giving you. It's easy to break these up into smaller pieces if you want, but that's where we're at right now. So, and then this is all shown on the gauntlets as 2mm thickness, and then the bigger pieces over here are 4mm. So actually, we might want 4mm on this, on these 2. Let's do that. Turns out perfect. Anyway, cool. Maybe this is so big. I feel like you're gonna have to play with the gauntlets quite a bit. Maybe print out a couple versions to get this right, because these, just like to my eye, it looks like you're going to be swimming in these gauntlets. They're just going to be like massive form, which, like, it looks awesome, but it might not be. I don't know. You can always put more padding in, I guess. Test prints are going to be required. Yeah. So are you going to print these in a solid, like, one piece? Do you have access to a giant printer somewhere? Because if not, you're going to have to break them up into pieces and then like glue them together or something. Might be a trick. Go. I think we want this ring to stick out a little more. Give a little more. Yeah, there we go. I do. My print bed is 420 by 420 by 480 millimeter. Okay, nice. 42 centimeters. So you can make. Yeah, you might not be able to do the breastplate all in one piece. But the rest of these you probably could print all in one piece. That's true. That's nice. Nice having access to that equipment. Okay. Let's go in here. Just make sure that the normals are all correct. So that is ready, I think. Let's move this out a little. This out a little. So the way they've got it shown is, or the way I'm modeling it is basically pieces further up overlap the top of the pieces further down. And well, you can see how it is right here. So, and then I've got these finger plates extending all the way down. Now, this might be a little small actually for your pinky. I didn't mess with the proportions of the fingers or whatever at all, so these may need a lot of adjustment as far as like where your fingers are in reality, how big they are in reality, and all that stuff. And if you've got chainmail underneath, then they're going to have to be big enough to fit around the chainmail, so all of that needs to be thought about. I'm modeling them with this full edge support. You can see how I talked earlier in the stream, so you can go back and if you want, but how the backs of those plates go all the way down so that when something strikes the back of your finger, it doesn't smash the bone. It transfers the force through into the haft of your sword. So that in real armor, that's really important. For costume armor, maybe it doesn't matter at all, but I put them in there anyway because that's how you actually want them to be. So anyway, that's what's going on with those. That's why those plates are so deep there on the back of your fingers. And then, yeah, you've got your gauntlet here. And if you wanted to do a 3D scan of just your hand, that might be easier to get a good scan, and it might also help with the gauntlet design so we can get it like fit exactly for your hands, or your hands in the chainmail that you're going to be using, or whatever you're planning on using. We could work around that if you want. But as it is, that's about as good as I can get for the moment. So I'm gonna move on from that. How about these shoulder things? So these look like they're in 2 plates, and that would be easy to do. So let's do it. What's the thing under the chest plate? This is the belt buckle. I've yet to get chainmail, so it'd be off. Okay. Yeah, this is the belt buckle with the, I forget the name of this insignia. It's the Skyrim whatever insignia. Let's go back to the imported model. So this is what the model looked like when it was imported. So this is from the game files before I did anything to it. So you can see how there's a big belt, and it's got this big tooled leather thing around the waist, very kind of cummerbund looking kind of thing. It's got this skirt with all these little darts, I want to call, but like chevrons or something sticking out from the bottom. So these, I think, Alex, you're planning on printing. I don't know. I don't have one of those in here, so let's just grab one of those while we're here. And we'll make one of those. Probably want it to be a little longer, about like that. Print the darts and make the rest of the leather. So I was thinking you'd probably make the whole thing out of leather, and then just this inner part is the dart there. So it'd be like a plate that you'd sew onto a leather. So this outer shape is leather, and then just this inner part is the metal, quote unquote, printed dart. Yeah, okay, awesome. So I will do that right now. Let's see, separate it and take this. And copy it over to here. And then we want to scale it up so that it's about the right size. And we want to look at the materials so we can actually get this right, and then fill that in. And bring this in a bit. That. These up like that, maybe. This could come in a little. This could come in a little. Go. That looks pretty good. We'll give it a bit of sort of shape, so it's not just a flat plate. And we'll make this longer, so that's not just a thing. Actually, that's, you can make it way longer. Maybe like that. And then maybe some holes for sewing it on. I don't know. It's easy to add holes later, but and then we want to take this whole thing and extrude it out this way. And then this whole thing is going to have solidify. We're going to apply the scale. We're going to make the thickness 4 millimeter. Oh yeah, that looks good. Turn that off just to make sure. Yeah, that's just about perfect. Even thickness. And make this a little longer so we get a nice rim on there. Yes. Yes, sir. And bevel these a little bit so we get that nice look. Do you want this pointed or do you want it beveled on the end? Pointed or beveled? Pointed or beveled? The eternal question. I feel like this is kind of skewed. I guess it's fine. Pointed. Perfect. All right, well, there you go. And if you, at some point you want this to be perfectly symmetrical, just let me know. I can make it perfectly symmetrical. But right now it's like just a little bit asymmetrical. And you can print that. I don't know how to attach them. Rivets, a couple of holes with leather straps. Okay. So either way you're going to want a hole. Just let me know how big you want the hole and I'll add it in. It's easy to do. So that is like the skirt plate. Something like that. And it is in the right group. And so there you go. Skirt plate. And then you can print out, I don't know, a dozen of those. More than a dozen. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Times 2 is 24. 2 dozen. Oh, it's exactly, yeah, I did exactly 2 dozen. All right. Neat. All right. So that's the skirt dart thing. So anyway, I was showing Kat, I guess, what this looked like originally, and why we might want to have some differences. Oh yeah, so you can see there. Here's what I changed. You can see here where this thing sticks way out here under the arm, and so you could imagine like if you were wearing a shirt that had a thing that came like around, and this seam was totally inflexible, and there was a thing right here, and then you move, like you can't even move your arm down because it's sticking right out underneath your arm. So this is just like, that's not what you want. But it does change the look of the armor. So this is how the armor looked originally, where it's got this very wide thing in front. And here's how the armor looks right now, where it comes way in. Yeah, T-posed forever, exactly. It comes way in here, so it doesn't have that same look. I can add it. I can make it come out further, but it's like the level it's at is like right here. So if it was sticking out even like out here, as soon as you move your arm forward, it's just gonna poke you right in the arm. So I think that was just a video game design thing that they did. But if you have if you can find some other armor where you can find something they did, a lot of times they would have a big plate that comes down in front from the shoulder here. There'd be like a big plate that comes down in front here to cover up this gap. But that also doesn't show up in the armor, so it's going to change the look either way. But if you can find some armor that you want me to copy or something, just let me know. Otherwise, I mean, like this is what it's at right now. This will be functional at least, without it giving you a real jab all the time. Okay, I want to find this. There's a this thing right here. This is scaled 1:1, but it's parented, which means that I think, let's see, keep transform, and then apply scale, and then fit curve. Shoulders 01. So now the scale is right. Oh, but now this one. Clear parent key transform. You know, clear parent key transform. Okay. Unhide this. Now this and this, all this needs to be scaled accordingly. Or can we just unscale it? Yeah. Yeah, we can just unscale it. There we go. That works. That one I think we want to... Alright. We're going to clear parent key transform for everything. And then we're going to take... we're going to apply... Apply scale to everything. Okay. Yeah. Select links. Cat says, I want this armor. I think shoulder pleats are large enough. Adding another section over the front may look a bit cluttered. Probably stick with that version. Yeah, so just as is. You won't be able to use it as real combat armor because it's plastic, and also because it wouldn't work. Get one, Cat. Yeah. Buy one. Buy a suit of armor, Cat. You can do it. Can I apply the scale to this? Yes. Great. So those got just a little bit smaller, which is fine. These got a little bit bigger, which is also fine. These haven't changed. Unscale that. Okay, and same thing with this. Unscale that. And now we gotta increase the count a little bit because everything got bigger. Okay. I think all that is fixed now from scaling everything up. Oh, my baby is calling to me. She wants me to push her in the swing. Honey, push me in the swing. I know. I'm working. Maybe I should stop working. Maybe I should stop working and go push my baby in the swing. What do you think, chat? Oh, we've got 3 viewers now. Hey, Joe. Maybe we've made enough progress for today. We got the gauntlets sorted out, more or less. Got some chest plate kind of adjusted. We got the size all adjusted so that everything's the right size. Got this waist thing. Family calls. All right, cool. So I'm going to call it a day then. Since the client says I can. Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, what else, what other authorization do you need? Let me know, send me an email or whatever if you want me to export this stuff so that you can print some test prints. Because a lot of this stuff is ready for test printing now. All the shoulder stuff, the elbow, all the gauntlet things, you could print those out. Helmet, you could probably print out at this point. I had a question about the back of this helmet. I think it's too narrow. It's kind of like bullet shaped in the back. And from your scan, it's not clear what part is your hair and which part is your head. Okay, yeah, just a minute. So we might want to adjust the size of that. In fact, here, you can see, right? Like the back of your head there is sticking out and the front of your hair is sticking out here. So we might want to adjust that a bit. I know your hair will smash down a little, but that seems a little bit much. So we might want to adjust those things. Go swing the baby. All right, Joe. Thanks, guys, for joining me. I'm going to call it a day and save this just so it doesn't crash and lose all the progress. And I will see you guys later.